What's the definition of winning to you?
Achieve something great.
Be specific. What do you want to achieve?
Success in life, happiness.
All right, we're going to get back to that. How about you? What's winning?
Winning to me is getting top, or like not getting top. That's if we in competition, and winning is getting first place, obviously.
Okay.
But like, we're talking about like just winning like at something good.
Just like winning at life. What does that look like?
Being genuinely happy.
All right. That's great. So, getting everything you want, being genuinely happy. How about you? What is winning?
Winning?
Yeah, what's winning?
Something good.
All right, something big.
I can't lie. I think when it's like you wake up, you're honest with yourself. But it's like you're not honest with yourself. How are you winning?
Waking up honest with yourself.
Like,
No, that's actually really good. Cause
I just think that because like if you wake up and be like something, man, I did everything right today. I did everything right today. But like you just keep lying to yourself and you keep stacking lies in your own head. You want to start believing.
yeah, if you start living a lie, you're just gonna drown yourself out, man. All right. Now here's why it actually winning to you. Notice how you all said very general things. All right. Yeah, they're not gonna say it. It says, "Ask and you shall receive." Be specific. So let's say I'm at my job, right? I say I want 20% more money. My boss says, "Okay, Mark, I'll give you 20% more money. Here's 20% more work." I didn't want that. I just wanted 20% more money without the 20% more work. Now you notice how he gave me exactly what I asked for. I asked for more money. I got more money, but I got more work. So what is winning to you? Like, give me a specific example that's winning to you. Not just winning to everybody else, but what is winning to you in one specific area?
When to me is like when I woke up.
And one.
I know.
It sounds like you want to say something.
No. When to me is like when I wake up, like say if I want to go out in the morning, I wake up and I wake up at 4. Cause I train myself a lot to wake up early so I can get ready because she gets ready in the bathroom most of the time.
I do not take
Of course they did. Because this did all.
So I just wake up early. I'm like, man, I feel great. I woke up early. I drank some water. Took care of myself. I'm like, yeah, I actually woke up. I feel like I did good.
Yeah, the way you do start off your day is gonna set the whole tone for it.
Yeah.
So waking up and taking care of yourself is a win to you.
That's the first win of the day.
That's my first one of the day. I already achieved something great.
It's like you gotta start at level 1 before you start to level 100. Gotta start somewhere.
That's a fact.
Like for me.
Teacher arrived. Yo, pick Crystal on. Yo.
Yeah, put it back.
Yeah, because for me, when I wake up, something I used to do, there was years when I would just wake up and the first thing on my mind is, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to work. And I'm just complaining first thing in the morning. So what do you think my life looked like? A bunch of complaints. But once I started to wake up and be happy about something, like, wow, I didn't die in my sleep. I'm breathing, the sun's shining, life is good. I'm not homeless, I have food, I have water. I have all these wins right in the morning. And then my life is just win after win after win after win. Today I went to the gym. Then I went to this studio that I want to do an event at, so I had to go book it and plan everything out. Then I came here and I'm giving this speech, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna have a really good day. That's win after win after win after win.
I think I get what you're talking about. When I wake up, I'm like, what's good is gonna happen to me? I didn't think about. I already prepared my mind for the next day. Something good is gonna happen after.
Yes.
That's what I always think about. I'm like, what's something good that I got to do today? That's all.
Yes. And we're gonna get into that later in the presentation too. So give me a specific area in your life that is winning. Winning at something in your life.
Can we go back to
Hey, listen, I gotta think about what you did that.
A lot of times the hardest questions have the easiest
What's the
answers.
question again?
The question is just, what's an area of your life that you want to win at? And you gotta be specific. Like, let's just say money, right? I want a lot of money. Here's 100,000. But I want more. You didn't get specific. What do you want? What is a win? Is it a certain job that you want, a career path, a certain type of, I don't know, relationship, husband? What is a win to you?
Can we go back?
No, we'll get back. All right, you're up now. Get specific. What's a win in your life?
To achieve my goal.
What's the goal?
To do so many things like
Pick one.
uh, come to school early in the morning. It's a one thing. Two, to prepare yourself for the future.
So preparing yourself for the future.
Yeah.
Well, what's the future?
Um,
Like you gotta get specific. I mean, are we talking about preparing for tomorrow, preparing for 5 years? What's the future?
well, definitely we don't know how life will be. Like, first thing in the morning we get up and say, God, thank you for the sunshine, we see the beautiful day, the grass, we see everything so perfect. Then we can know what to do with our life. Yeah, so that's my goal. Like, do this other stuff, come to school, find something to do.
So you mean like you appreciating the environment around you first?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my veg addict is so selfish. So I'm not saying I have few black around, but it's not few blacks so but then we have a lot of black people, we have a lot of white people, we have Jamaican people, we have different type of people. Everybody can do. You had a conversation, so how do you speak to someone? You tell them what someone goes you, right? That's why you go. Like after a marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
No. Now,
Oh my God.
sorry. I'll give you a win in my life that's specific. I want to go up on stages, get paid to do that, and enjoy my life. Now, what is I specifically going for? Going up on a stage, giving a speech, people are going to like it. That's the specific win. When am I going to do that? Where am I going to do that? How will I do it? That is when you make a plan. Because a goal without a plan is just a dream. And a lot of people are just dreaming every day. They think about what I want, but they don't get specific. Like, I want to make a lot of money. How much? I want to become a musician. What instrument? Are you going to rap? Are you going to sing? Are you going to do jazz? Are you going to be a rock musician? What is it that you want? And then, when you have a goal, such as making a lot of money, you got to put a number on it. Then you have to make a plan. So what career are you going to have? What method are you going to use? Are you going to start a business? How will you start a business? What are the steps you need to get to where you want to go? Because if you're just spending all your time wishing gets you nowhere. I spent so much of my life wishing. I wish for my life to be better. I wish for my mental health to get better. I wish for success. I wish for so many things. But you want to know when it started to work? When I actually made a plan and did something. Because until you do something, nothing will happen. Until you put yourself in position, until you do the hard thing, you're not going to get anywhere. Because I really would love to say that it's easy. I would love to say that. But the bigger your goal is, the more you gotta work for it. The more you have to learn, the more you have to prepare yourself every day to get to the places you want to go. And as you said earlier, you cannot, I don't know what you said that you can't know exactly what's going to happen the next day. So, exactly. So, once you know your goal and you know your plan, how will you adapt? How are you going to prepare for the roadblocks that are going to come in the way?
Let's say that you don't know if you have a few more days, that you have to do what you want to do, like even 2 So sometimes I tell myself that like I've been in Africa and I've been in a country to steal it and also to do something to help my people. So I said like how I would do something that will make me get money so fast. I started thinking like I said if I train it every day, I will get so lot of training, so I'll be like and I said to myself again, I'll go in McDonald's, I made myself lazy. So be just selling food. I'll not be doing nothing. Then I asked myself, I said, among these two things, I should go to college or I should go to the marriage. So that's how I was figuring it out because I was
If you go to college, what are you going to go there for?
because yeah,
That's
so,
why you need to have a goal and then the
yes.
plan and then the method to get there.
Because I was thinking about go to college as soon as I want to study, I always studying in school. So I think I can go to college again to go spend another 6 years in college again. To go learn nothing again. So I said, that's it, let me just sit down in the meantime, I finish school, I let it trick, I let it. If I get money, then I can think about going and marrying. Or thinking about going to the college. I was thinking about going to college or going to play soccer in college. Yeah, that's my whole thing was.
So your idea is soccer scholarship?
Yeah, that's how I was thinking about. And if I go in college and I want to go into college to play soccer, I will learn a lot of things to do. So, I know, I was just speaking it out.
Well, once you know what you want, then you create a plan on how to get there. So for that, if you're stuck between two things, this is what I usually do. Get a piece of paper and write it down. Write down pros and cons.
So it was not say help my brain. Like I'm not the person that take paper, put in my room, mic it. No, I'm not how I look like. I'm different. Yeah.
Then find what works for you.
Yeah, I think I just wanna. I got inspired a lot because this past few months I've been here, I've been thinking about what I want to do a lot of the time. And I always change what I want to do. I think I find something I want to stick to. Cause I think I like electricity with Mr. Mike. I understand it.
Trades.
So that's why I think I go to college, trade school, so being that.
See, for me, I think that one of the best ways to figure out what you really want to do is just think about what really calls to you.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
because my thoughts are going about that. It's like I'm not bored. I'm actually
Yes.
learning this. I want something that I won't be bored with doing every day.
Exactly.
Yes. But you definitely know that.
Exactly, because your life is meant to be lived. It's not meant to be just worked away. Whether that working away is trying to make working away. I see this so much. I know a lot of people have gone down college paths solely because that's what somebody else wanted them to do. I used to work with a guy who had a degree in accounting. He hates math, but he got a degree just to make his parents happy. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans to make his parents happy. Yeah. And to make matters worse, you just look around and you realize that the world is constantly trying to tell you who you should be, rather than letting you have the freedom to be who and what you authentically are. So, you all have heard me talk about how much I love fishing before, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So, yeah. No, this is gonna make sense. This is gonna make sense. Just listen to it. It was the summer of 2023. Yeah. Actually, no, it was the summer of 2024. I got really into fishing. And it was this lake all the way in South Philly. My school is in South Philly. Y'all know what a work release schedule is?
Oh, worker.
Work release schedule.
Oh,
So a work release schedule is essentially where in your senior year, certain high school will let you do this. If you have enough credits and you can prove you have a job, they'll let you only take required classes and you leave after you take all the required classes. What were you saying?
we have that.
Perfect. So I would get out at 11:33 And my school, like I said, was near the lake I go fishing at. Instead of going all the way back to my house and then all the way back down to South Philly, because I live way in North Philly, like end of the line. And instead of going from South Philly back to North Philly, back to South Philly to go fishing at this lake, I would bring my fishing stuff with me to school and then walk from there to the lake. A lot of people thought I was super weird for that. But other people,
think that too.
yeah, but here's the thing though. I didn't care. I did not care. Because at the end of the day, I'm not hurting anybody by going fishing as a school. And the bigger point I'm getting across to you is that you have to free yourself from the opinion of others. Everyone has an opinion, but not everyone's opinion even matters.
It's not that easy though. It's not.
Oh, I know it's not. Oh, I know it's not easy at all. Like, I've spent the vast majority of my life terrified of what everybody had to say about me. I was worried about the opinions of random people in the street. But guess what? I don't even know their names. So why should I care what they think of me if I mind my own business, doing something I love and I ain't hurting nobody? If you want to do something such as, you said you wanted to make an anime, right? A lot of people are going to criticize you if you do. A lot of people are going to criticize if you don't. People are going to judge either way. But I would much rather people judge me while I'm sitting back successful, living my best life, doing what I want to do, enjoying myself, than them judge me when I'm hating myself. Because the more you think about the more you care what other people think of you, the less you start to think about yourself. The less you give yourself the freedom to be who you are, because you're trapping yourself inside the box of what other people want you to be, rather than being who you are.
I don't know. I think our generation is like that.
Oh no, that's how people always have been. It's just even worse now because
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I know how cheesy this might sound, but social media has played a massive part of it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. You got all these people watching, and you think, oh no, if I post that, they gonna think something about me.
Yeah.
What if I make a song and I put it out and everybody say I don't hate it, and they say it's a flop, and they say ain't nobody gonna buy your records.
That's the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah, but you wanna know what? I have done speeches where nobody showed up, but I gave that speech and recorded it like I had a whole audience in front of me. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter what everybody else has to say about you. What do you say about yourself is the important part.
I think I have experience like that too recently. Because recently I've been coming to school and it's always snowing, so I don't bring gloves. My hands are very active. It's always this one girl. It's always this one girl. There we go. There's this one girl who I said, "Are you not taking care of yourself? Why don't you just put some lotion? She has lotion in your bag." I'm just like, why are you worried about me? I don't care what you gotta say.
Every
I'm here chilling with my friends who's on the bottom. I'm not.
But you put lotion in your arm.
Yeah, everybody got something to say. Like, everybody has something to say, but they can't even back up their word with anything. A couple weeks ago, right, I made this TikTok and a bunch of people liked it. But there's one guy, I kid you not, this dude makes a whole response video. He talking down crazy. Welcome. Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. Don't worry, we get into that. So this guy makes a whole response TikTok on me, tag me in it, the whole thing, right? I go to his page. This dude is 45. Actually, like I saw a birthday post and he said, I'm 45 or something. It was his birthday.
Bro.
And then what makes that even worse is, see, I don't like to talk about people's appearance, but he started talking about mine first. He had a gap about yay big.
Oh.
Like, you know the gap where, you ever been to an arcade?
Mm-hmm.
It was like the coin slots.
Ooh.
unshaven. Unshaven. Like, if you can't grow a beard, but like you can clean yourself up. No haircut, just dusty. It was bad. So the point is, why would I care about the opinion of somebody who don't even care enough about themselves to buy a $2 razor? Why would I care? I didn't even respond to the video. I didn't comment nothing on them. Because I'm like, it ain't worth the effort. And going into this right here, what I mean by the daily battle of your mind is you have all these things and people and situations that are trying to tell you what you should think about yourself. You go on the news and you see, oh, let me think of a great example of this, because I had one in my head, but it just slipped me. The way you should express yourself, the way you should act, the way you should talk. Of course, don't go around trying to get a job, but you're in there talking in slang. Don't do that. Don't do that. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you gotta walk around here talking perfectly proper English. You don't got your right here?
Yeah. I'll be doing this when I'm raising my hands.
Oh.
So basically what you're trying to say is express yourself to a certain point of expression.
Well, express yourself in a way that
can help you, but also
yeah, like it gets your point across, and it's authentically who you are, but at the same time, you do have to learn what can and cannot be said in certain places. Like you can't go into a job talking all crazy, but at the same time, you're hanging with your friends, just do you. But at the same time, also don't be a fake version of yourself. Because growing up, I used to be really, really into books. Nobody else in my family liked reading how much I did. And I would be trying to talk to them about stuff, and they looked at me like I'm crazy. And that started to make me think that what I had to say wasn't important. Because if all the time the world is telling you, oh no, we don't want to hear it, we don't want to hear what you're talking about, we don't want to see what you got going on, we don't like it, and everybody talking down on you, and then you go on the news and you seeing people who look like you, ain't none of them succeeding. You go to the movies, all you see is drug dealing, crime, murder. You start to think this is all I can be. No, hear me out on this though, because think about it, right? If you take a child, all they do is soak up information. You tell a child something, they have no filter. They just soak it up. They just absorb that. You tell a kid, okay, when babies come out the womb, they don't have a name. We tell them, your name is Joseph. Your name is Joseph. Yeah.
We grow with their name.
Yeah. So we literally take on what people gave us. If you didn't know your name, you wouldn't have a name. You just would be a person. If I was born and my mom said, oh no, your name is Michael, my name would be Michael. That's what I would go by. And when we take things on all the time, we start to go by what the world wants us to be. We start to look at ourselves and go, yeah, you know, I really want to be a poet or a public speaker or a musician, but all my family is saying that's a stupid idea. I'm going to go become an accountant. So, just think about it, because with social media too, now it feels like the whole world is watching you. You start to think about, I don't know, this 500 followers or whatever, most of whom you don't even know. But you start to think, I don't want them to judge me. What if they say something about me? I don't want them to be mean to me. But in reality, how do you take care of yourself? Because the relationship you have with yourself is going to set the relationship you have with everyone else. Now, you know, for me, a great point is my hair. A lot of people in my family don't like my hair. But at the same time, it's on my head. It's on my head. Yeah, most of them don't. But it's not even anything against them, because people see the world the way they see it. They're coming from a place of love. They're thinking, we don't want people to stereotype you. We don't want people to judge you. We don't want people to think something about you. But people judge and criticize and stereotype everyone regardless of anything. If I had an afro, people would think something about me.
I have a question. You see the different people with ski matters, black people telling all black, you're not gonna think something about that, they might shoot us.
I'm not going to think that specifically, but I'm not going to think that specifically.
You see a lot of people with ski masks and all black.
No, I am going to understand and review that as that could be a possible threat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying I'm not going to think of it to that extreme.
Yeah, that's
Because,
extreme, bro.
no, because see, you brought up a really good point right now.
Why is ski mask
So when I say that people view the world the way they see it, the way you start to see the world is the result of what you feed yourself mentally. If you always are watching negativity, you're always watching violence on the news, you're always watching people getting hurt, you grow up in a bad environment, your family is telling you that there's no opportunity, people are telling you that you can't make enough money, oh, people like us don't succeed, oh, I'll never be that, I'll never be able to achieve something, you're going to see the world like that. It's like putting on glasses. If you have red glasses, everything looks red. If you have green glasses, everything looks green. That's why some people can lose everything and they still get it back because they see the world as an opportunity, not as an obstacle. And when you see the world as an obstacle, all you do is find obstacles. So y'all ever got mad and then you find stuff to get mad about?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that happened before.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and when you happy, you find more stuff to be happy about?
Not so much that one, but yeah.
It depends on if I'm happy about one thing, I'm not really happy about one thing. But I won't be happy about something else too, then you can add to it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's a snowball effect because if I go outside right now and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's raining. Ooh, I'm so mad that it's raining. Oh, my phone's not working because it got water in it. And it's dark outside and I'm cold. And my family's mad at me. And my girlfriend broke up with me and my job just fired me. You get mad and you find more stuff to get mad about. The way you see the world, you're going to see more of that. And even if as delusional as this sounds, even when all the obstacles are actually in front of you, you'll find a way through. You'll find a way around it. You'll find a way under it, over it, or through it. So, yet again, fishing ties so much into what I did. Back when I was in New Jersey selling solar panels and I quit that job, I had 16 cents in my bank account. I actually, at one point, had like negative 20 something in there because Planet Fitness charged me money. But I was sitting there fishing, my bank account's in the negative. I don't know when I'm gonna get a job again. I don't pay any bills, but I do pay, my memberships and stuff, so I'm thinking, I'm not trying to get my bank overdraft and then it's gonna mess up my credit and But I'm sitting there and I'm just so calm and at peace because what is there to worry about when you know I'll be okay? Even if the world is causing problems, even if I'm going through stuff at home, even if I just lost a job, even if I'm in debt, I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Somehow. I don't know how, but I will figure it out. And you have to understand that the way you change how you see the world is you start at the first moment you wake up. Instead of complaining first thing in the morning, how about you just say, I'm not dead? Let's start there. Instead of getting mad about not having a lot of money, I'm not in debt. I might not have the food I want, but I got food. I might not even have food, but I got water. I might not have water or food, but I got somewhere to lay my head at night. I got a pillow. Start where you are. And then that little thought is going to start to build. It's like a seed. When you plant a seed, it does not grow the next day. It does not grow the next week. Give it some time, and the world's going to become different. Because back when I used to wake up, and the first thing I did was complain in the morning, I just said, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to school. I hate my job. Oh my gosh, I hate this. My manager get on my nerves. I always had something to be mad about. I was just mad all the time because I taught myself to be mad. But when you stop doing that, even though it's hard to, I know people get on your nerves. Trust me. I have five siblings. I know people can get on your nerves. But at the same time, you gotta understand, even that is a blessing. Because it might come a day when you're not gonna hear that. It might come a day when you're not gonna wake up and hear all that crying and people making noise. But you gotta be grateful of where you are now. Yes, sometimes you get judgmental of yourself. Yes, sometimes you doubt yourself. You say, man, I could have done so much better on that test. Man, things didn't work out in my relationship. Things ain't working out in my job, whatever. But you gotta be glad that for where you are now. And that's the first step in winning that daily battle of your mind. Because this isn't something you just do one time. Every day I have to remind myself that you're fine, you're good, you got this. And you start to condition your brain to view the world that way. When you tie your shoes, you ever notice that you always tie the same shoe, then the next shoe, the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I set a pencil in front of you and told you to grab the pencil, you're going to grab with your dominant hand. Even if I sit it far away from you, you're going to reach for it, even if it's inconvenient, because this is the hand you write with. The term for that is hypnotic rhythm. It's when you do something so many times that you keep doing it without even thinking about it. And this is why people who are habitual complainers, they always got something to complain about. Because they're in the habit of complaining. But people who consistently know how to find things to be grateful for, they always got stuff to be glad for. When I didn't have my job and I ain't had no money and I'm walking everywhere because I don't even got money for the train, I always had something to be glad about. So you know what? At least I got the clothes on my back. At least I got shoes. My shoes had holes in them, but I had shoes. A lot of people don't got shoes. A lot of people don't even got legs. But, no, think about it, because sorry. That's good though, because you might see somebody driving by in a Benz, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a Benz. You in a Honda, right? You got the Honda, you see somebody in the Benz, you're like, man, I wish I had the Benz. But the person in the bike, they wish they had the Honda. Yeah. The dude who walking, he wish he had the bike. The dude in the wheelchair.
When we see people on the bike, we be like, we wish we had the bike.
Yeah, but imagine if somebody was across the street and they had a wheelchair. They'd be like, man, I wish I had legs.
When we see that while walking, we say,
because if you constantly compare yourself to people, you heard the phrase comparison is the thief of joy?
huh?
You ever heard the phrase comparison is the thief of joy? So let's say, what did you hear?
It's like the same, but like they didn't say word it like that.
Okay. So if I gave you $1 million right now, how would you feel? Like let's just say I went in my pocket and gave you $1 million check, no strings attached. How would you feel?
I mean, I'll be happy.
Exactly, huh?
Yeah. Right?
I'll be confused.
No, I'm just saying, like, let's just say I'm in a good mood today. I want to give somebody some money. You got $1 million check in front of you, no strings attached.
It's not a party.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I would still also be very confused. Like,
The reason I did it was, let's just say I had 100 billion. I want to give somebody some money. I just want to do something nice.
it was like, it's still always gonna be weird to me. Like, I could take things and get stuff, but it's like,
What's weird about it? Like somebody just want to be nice. That's simple. I just want to give $1 million, just do it.
I appreciate it.
It's not like a charity, right?
Y'all seen a Mr. Beast video where he was to give like homeless $100?
Yeah.
Like just like that.
I
ain't like, listen, I'm just saying.
Because if I got,
you gotta be cautious.
I know, I'm just saying, in this situation, it's no strings attached.
But you see, you know it's no strings attached. But how would I know that?
All right, let's just say for the sake of the argument, you know, no strings attached, $1 million. Right. You would feel real happy, you would feel real good. You would feel like, oh my gosh, I'm rich now, right?
Yeah, I'm rich.
But if you start comparing yourself to Jeff Bezos, you're gonna feel real poor, ain't you?
Okay, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna go down
I'm just
to
saying.
the rabbit hole.
But people already do. If we're in a Honda and we compare ourselves to the Benz, that's like having $1 million, but you compare yourself to Jeff Bezos. Comparison is a thief of joy. That's the point. Because there's always somebody bigger and better to compare to. But you have to understand that just because there's somebody who's quote unquote bigger and better, that doesn't take away from how great you are. It's like a lot of people, myself included, we begin to feel like we're just this drop in the ocean, but in reality, you're the ocean's potential in a drop. You're everything in you. And what I mean by that is just imagine yourself living your dream life, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's driving a really nice car, really big house, $1 million in your bank account, whatever that looks like. If you can think it and you can dream it, you can make it possible. When I first started speaking, I had an iPhone. It was actually this same iPhone, really. Yeah, it was like 4 years ago. I've had this phone a long time. What I did was I would set up my phone in a tree. Like, you know those tree branches where you can like sit the phone in there? Because I didn't have a tripod. So I would sit my phone in a tree, or sometimes I would sit it on the ground next to a rock and record myself talking in the grass. And I would upload it to YouTube. But in my head, I always knew one day I'm gonna get up on a stage, I'm gonna speak in front of hundreds, thousands of people, it's gonna be amazing. And no, I have not spoken in front of thousands of people on a stage, unfortunately. But I know one day that's gonna happen, because if you can dream it, and you can really believe it, not just think, oh, that'd be nice to have, but you really believe it, you can make it happen. Name a company that you really like a place you go shopping, a store, a website, anything.
Oh man, a lot of my things I don't really pay attention to the company. I just hire them.
All right, let's just use Amazon as an example. The guy started out in his garage. He started in his garage selling books. It was actually his parents' garage. He didn't even own the house. So to go from parents' garage selling books to hundreds of billions of dollars, mega corporation, whether you like the guy or not, you gotta admit, he did something magical.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. When he made the first iPhone, everybody doubted him. And that's just what's going to happen.
Our dad is a supervisor at some Amazon place.
Yeah. So now, not only has Jeff Bezos built his own company, but he's providing jobs, he's helping the world in a way. You know, there are definitely criticisms that can be made, but you got to admit he did a good thing for the world in that way. Steve Jobs, when he made the iPhone, everybody doubted him. Kanye West, everybody doubted him. J. Cole, when he was on the street in New York, rapping in the rain, everybody doubted him. Now look at him.
He did that?
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Yeah, what happened was when Jay-Z came out of a recording studio, J. Cole was out there sitting in the rain for hours, just waiting for me. He said, yo man, can you please take my CD?
I think that's okay.
Look it up.
I think they did televise that, but I did see J. Cole on an episode of Sweet 16 like 5 years before he got signed.
I mean, hey, that could have happened too.
And Tiger. A lot of them rappers, they be like, they like trying to get into the entertainment business. Like, you look at them dating shows, they really be actors sometimes. The woman that do the yoga with y'all, she actually auditioned to be, she just was trying to be an actress. But when they said, we got something for you, and it was like a dating show. So sometimes when people are there looking for love,
I
sometimes.
thought she's married.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, what you said? Oh, no.
Oh, come here. Can I speak to you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hey, boy. Now moving from there, once you are aware of the things in your environment, such as people, places, and things, that's when you can start to remove the stuff that ain't serving you. First of all, y'all all know what like Alcoholics Anonymous is? Good. So the thing they first tell you is remove yourself from people, places, and things that remind you of your problem. Because you're going to end up right on back there. You be having a real good day, and then somebody come along and they always got something to say.
Oh my God.
They just
like that.
always getting
A
on your
lot
nerves.
of people like that.
Exactly. Everybody got something to say. Everybody got an opinion. But does that opinion matter if you say it don't matter? You don't. Okay, you don't like my hair. Don't get dreadlocks. I'm not gonna make you get my hair. Oh, you don't like me as a person. Don't talk to me. Block me. You don't like listening to me talk. Don't click on my video. Your opinion is irrelevant unless I make it relevant. Because when we allow people to take up space in our mind, think of it about having a block in the city. You have all these houses. And imagine all your houses are clean, they're good, they're perfect, they're nice. But the next door neighbor got rats.
Oh.
It's a matter of time until all of a sudden you got rats. And then the house after that. And then the house after that. And before you know it, because you decided you want to let one person mess up your day, mess up your mind, ruin everything you got going on, it caused a chain effect that destroyed everything you then built. That's why you gotta be wise about who you hang around.
Oh my goodness. When we were in elementary at an apartment, something like that happened.
Exactly.
The
That's
people downstairs had some rodent, and they came upstairs.
yes, that's how that happens. Because the next door neighbor got rats. So now your house messed up. And if you have the choice to not be around somebody who causing you problems, they talking down on you, they saying, that ain't never gonna work. You really think you all that? But that's unrealistic. And then they just whispering in your ear. And you start thinking to yourself, well, you know, they're my friends from elementary school, so I want to stay around them. But see, here's the thing, right? To get backstabbed, you can't just walk up on somebody and backstab them. No, I gotta ask I'm your friend. I gotta hug you. I gotta say, hey man, come here, I got you. And then while you looking, you're like, yeah. You just, that's how you get backstabbed. It be the people close to you. And that's not to be paranoid or afraid of them, no. It just means be aware. Like, you know what? Every time they get mad, they always throwing stuff. I should pay attention to that. You know, that's probably a sign that they're going to start swinging on me. But when we allow ourselves to be blinded by this idealized version of people, we forget that there are often blatant red flags in people. Which now leads us to our next thing. Choose wisely in all relationships. When I say the word relationship, what comes to mind? What do you think of? All right, friendships.
I think it's like someone that can have my back, like if something happened to me, can be here.
All right, friendships. Someone who has your back. What about you?
I think of friendship too.
All right, friendships. Someone who has your back. Perfect. So,
Mr. D, get out.
good. Somebody in your circle. Okay. So when people go to the military and somebody had their back, it's literally life or death. Like, that's where the phrase comes from. You're literally back to back, making sure that nobody running through that door and nobody running through that door. But imagine if I'm the enemy and I let people start slipping in. You tell me a secret about you tell me something sensitive, and I gotta start go gossiping to my friends. Like, what you say? Yeah. literally
Well, that
have you back
happened
on.
to me before. I told this one person a secret, and he ended up telling other people saying he let it slip on accident.
They don't let that slip.
Like,
They lying.
I think
See, because right, you ever heard the phrase being cunning as a serpent?
yeah.
So when you got snakes in the grass, they just hiding under there. They waiting for you to come on by and then they strike at you. But they were plotting the whole time. They were plotting the whole time. And this is why you gotta be wise about who you bring around you. Because if you're friends with somebody, sooner or later, y'all gonna start getting close. You know, maybe they go to your house, y'all hang out together. They know where you and your friends and family stay at. They know where you work at. They know a whole lot about you. You let you let the wrong person have that information about you. Tragic. Yeah. Now with social media too, I can put that in a group chat.
Yeah. We got a school group chat too.
Yeah. And then
They be clipping people.
and then with this too, when you look at relationships with your family, you have to understand that that's a very deep connection right there. I'm waking up around you, I'm spending all this time around you, you know what I got going on in my life, but if people talking down on you, but you have to be around them, what I recommend doing is just stop telling them what you got going on. Don't tell them your dreams. Don't tell them your hopes. Because when you still got it in that dream phase, you still planning it out, you still put the seed in the ground, I can come right up to your seed and just stomp it out. But once that thing bloom and you got a whole tree, I can't stomp on your tree. I can't do that. Like with this, when I first had this idea, some people tell me, oh, that's a little delusional, that's a little crazy. You know, is you really gonna be able to make money getting paid to talk to people? Like, yeah, you know, those people did it, but they're so much different. I just shut up and stopped telling them. Now, they can't say anything, because I do. Like, you cannot give people, you can't give the wrong people that much access to you. So you gotta be very wise and aware of what are they doing. How do they talk about other people? You ever seen somebody gossip about somebody that you know, but they act like they're friends with them?
Mm-hmm.
Cut that person out your life immediately. Immediate termination right there. Because if you talking about somebody that we both know, when I'm not around, you're gonna do the same thing with me.
Yeah. People are fake.
Yeah. But the thing is, right? Fake people, if you pay attention and you start to notice it, you're going to realize who's real and who not. You can't be fake all the time. Sooner or later, something gonna slip. Yeah. And a lot of times we fake who we are in an attempt to make other people like us. We fake this whole identity to get a girlfriend or boyfriend. We fake this whole identity to get some friends. But then when we start being our real self, they're like, who this? Where'd Lawrence go? And like, no, I am Lawrence. They're like, no, you're not. Lawrence does X, Y, Z. You're doing A, B, C. Now, oh, this is the real me, and now they all gone. Because they fell in love with the character. They fell in love with Batman, not Bruce Wayne. They fell in love with who you were acting like you are, not who you actually are. And when you be your raw, authentic self, a lot of people not gonna like that. A lot of people are gonna be like, who do you think you are to be acting like this? Like, they just gonna start side-eyeing you, mean mugging, all of a sudden, everybody got an opinion. But the thing is, at least you like yourself. The whole world cannot like you, but at least you like yourself. So when I was going to school, bringing in those fishing rods, people thought I was weird. A lot of people was like, keep in mind, I wasn't walking around the hallway with them, I was leaving the principal's office. But when I was walking into school, you know, checking in through the metal detectors, a lot of people looked at me like, but other people thought it was really cool. Like other people was like, wow man, I love it. You know, you just having fun, you doing your thing. Do you mind taking me fishing? So when you're being yourself, it kind of gives other people permission to be their self. Because they see somebody doing it. They see somebody who's not afraid of what everybody else got to say. They see somebody who's not worrying themselves about the opinions of irrelevant people. You don't pay my bills. You're not my boss. I don't want you to like me. Because when we're trying to be liked by everybody, we start to create that character. We start to dress a certain way or not dress a certain way. We talk differently. We act different. We do different behavior. We might get into something we really don't even like just because everybody else likes it. Because for me, I was always told, you should play a sport. You should get into basketball or football or something. I don't like basketball, football, nor any sport. I like fishing. I'm the only one in my family who does. And you have to have the audacity to be yourself sometimes. Because people are going to judge you. But why keep yourself trapped to this box of what everybody else wants you to be when the whole time you're meant to be a triangle? You're meant to be a circle, not a box. But you're trying to squeeze yourself into somewhere that you don't even belong. Just give me an example of something y'all want to do, like a hobby you like. Cook. What kind of food you like? Just name one type of food, because we got to make this a good example.
Caribbean oxtails.
All right, Caribbean oxtails.
What's the oxtail?
You never had oxtails?
What?
You need oxtails.
Don't feel bad. I ain't bad when I was young.
Okay. All right. So, if you came to school and everybody said, "Oh my God, what is that? Ugh, it stinks. It's ugh. Why does it look like that? It looks like somebody threw up on it." How would you feel? I'm saying, like, how would you feel? I'm just saying, if you came in somewhere and you got your food, you eating what you want to eat, but everybody else judging and criticizing, sooner or later you're gonna start thinking like, why everybody got something to say about me?
Realistically, I get irritated. So I'm obviously already irritated off it because I eat this for you don't. So it's like,
Yeah.
how you gonna tell me what's big, what's not? You never tried it.
You should add something to it, depending on who says it. It could be people that you don't respect versus people that you really admire.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna tie that in there too, because that's deep. Now, when you're allowing people to irritate you, that's taking you out of your happiness and your comfort and your zone.
Yeah.
And the point is that if you want to keep your mind in order, you got to get real good at not letting people take you out that zone. Because it's normal to have emotions. I'm not saying you turn off emotions. That causes a lot of problems. Feel your emotion. Understand, hey, I'm feeling this way, but respond to it without having to snap back on it. Because it started out with some words, and then it might go into escalating y'all fist fighting and they getting